Hello, this is the Chatty Ginger. I have previously made videos with How I Met Your Mother characters in the world of Baldur's Gate 3 and playing Baldur's Gate 1 the first time as a Baldur's Gate 3 fan. I plan to continue playing Baldur's Gate 1, but I found myself feeling boxed in with the How I Met Your Mother characters, so I've decided instead to start a new run with a Dark Urge character, but this is modded to high heck. So we're going to have new content, new cosmetics, new races and classes and subclasses, as many mods as I could find that all work together, including a custom companion, which is an alpha release, so we'll see if it gets buggy, but here we go. New game. I like custom game settings. So because I use Party Limit Be Gone, I like to turn up the difficulty to Tactician. But I don't use Tactician because then I also like to change these settings down here. Always prompt reactions, hide failed perception rolls, hide passive rolls and dialogue, and hide the difficulty class. I don't really know why, I like having those hidden. It feels like a more immersive experience. And then everything else I'm going to leave with the standard settings and start game. And we're going to skip the intro because I've seen it plenty of times, and if you want to see it yourself, you can play the game yourself, which I highly encourage. It's an amazing game. And if you do play it yourself, I would start with the vanilla game. Don't mod it until you've finished it all the way through. And also, don't watch me right now if you haven't played the game and you're planning to, because this is going to be full of spoilers. So if you're ready to be spoiled, go ahead, but I'm warning you now. Alright, we're going to start with, let's see, the Dark Urge is the classic Dark Urge, but Enigma is the modded Dark Urge. So I'm going to go with Enigma. And it's a modded race Deathborn, but I am going to go with a different modded race Fairy, which I believe will still let me use the storyline of Enigma. Class, we are going to go with, I have a modded race Mystic, which I'm using in another run, but my favorite is Bard, so we're going to go with Bard, and then I have some modded subclasses installed, and we'll use one of those when we get to the subclass. Alright, starting spells. We're going to keep Dissonant Whispers. I have the mod Underwear of Rituals, and that gives me a couple of starting spells as well. My mods definitely make the game a lot easier, which I don't mind. I played it on easy the first few times that I played it, so I don't know, I don't mind it being easier. If you do add a bunch of mods that make the game too easy, there are also mods you can add to increase the difficulty. There's Tactician Enhanced, there's something that adds more enemies, more monsters. Some of them are available on console and some of them on just PC, but I don't want the extra difficulty and I don't want to lag my game with too many monsters at once, so I decided not to install those. Underwear of Rituals mod gives you Disguise Self, Mind Reading, Speak to Animals, and Speak with the Dead. So I will take Thunderwave because I love that one. I used it all the time in my first run and I've gotten used to it. And then let's do Tasha's Hideous Laughter because that's a fun one as a bard. Starting instrument, the classic is the lute. Flute's pretty. My favorite personally has been the drum. But since we're a fairy, let's go with lyre. Alright, and the background is going to be the haunted one, because that's what's going to give us the Dark Urge storyline. Because of my mods, I do have all of the backgrounds, including companion backgrounds available. But I'm going to go with Haunted one because I want the Dark Urge story. Appearance, this is where we get into the fun cosmetic mods. So obviously our standard fairy is already very pretty, but I want to make her my own.
Where to next?
Voice 6 is my favorite, but it sounds a little husky for a fairy, especially a little body type 1 fairy.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
I think voice 2 is the highest, so we're going to go with that for our fairy. Okay, and I'm going to remove the tattoos and the makeup for now so that I can choose a face and the eyes that I like. Let's see. I tend to go for blue eyes. These are really pretty. Let's do Jade 4. That looks the most true blue. Yeah, Jade 4. Okay, and then general. I also want to change the skin tone. Let's see. Let's do all skin colors because I have a Fae skin color that I want to use. I have no idea which mod it even came from. There we go. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, and let's give them some freckles. Because I love freckles on my characters. I'm used to playing Tav, so I might accidentally call this one Tav occasionally. But it is technically a Dirge character, or rather, from the mod perspective, Enigma. Okay, now that we have the coloring set, we can change up the face. In my excitement last night, I did a silly, and I completely forgot to download all of the compatibility patches for the fairy race. So I've downloaded those, I've fixed my mod load order with those, and now look at all of the new heads that we have available. Down here we have Vampirin's heads. We've got Silva, Minty. Oh, she's cute. And we've got faces of Faerun as well. I think I'm between Athena and Aurora. I like Aurora better, so Aurora or 5. Oh, totally Aurora. Okay, we're going with Aurora. And then put the eyes at Jade. Hair. Long windswept. Ooh, I think these are the floral hairs that are good for with fairies, but I want the short version. Long Luskin, long Faerun. Oh, that's super cute. Oh! Oh, I think we have a winner. Yeah, that matches the tone nicely. Astral Berry Juice. Of course, none of these are working very well with the blue eyes, I don't think. I think Lavender 3 goes really well with this color scheme. Oh! We can have antenna. And there's a lot of color options. Let's see. Oh, that changes the undertone. Okay, well this changes the whole game. I found where you can change the undertone. And this, okay, this also changes the wing color a little bit. Well, if we can change the undertone, then we can change a lot of the other things. See, I'll put the eyes back to where I wanted them, Jade 4. And let's find a blue hair that we like. Because my favorite color is blue, so I'd really rather go with a blue scheme here. Okay, it's also proving a little bit hard to find blues that work well together. There's just so many options. I do like a dark lip. We could just fully embrace the pink. I think I do like this one, actually. Let's give it some gloss. Maybe a tiny touch of metallic. There we go. Okay, what I'm trying to do with eye colors, I do like to choose this one so I get a nice wide swatch of the color. And then I'll choose the design that I like once I've chosen a color. Okay, here we go. I like that. Back to our antenna and wings. What'd you do today? Oh, I played Baldur's Gate 3. How far did you get? I have a character. If we go with that blue... Oh my goodness, the hands are a different color as well. Ooh. I like those colors together. I like the lighter blue hair then if we do it that way. Which, of course, means going back to the makeup. What about the natural tone, but add a little metallic and some gloss? I think I like it better with the blue on the eyes. Let's go with this one. Maybe darker is the way to go. Just embrace a bold lip. I do that a lot, personally. I like that. Final selection. Wing shape. Honestly, I really like the starting wings of the monarch butterfly. I think they're ready. And now what do we call them? I know trying to balance the modded fairy race with a dark urge seems like an odd combination, but that's kind of why I like it. I'm so bad with the names. Let's go with Lexi. Alright, Lexi. Are you ready to go on your adventure? Venturing forth, finally! Skipping this intro as well. We don't need to watch that. The wings are sticking out. I think there's a way to toggle the wings on and off so that they don't clip as much and they don't affect cutscenes. I'll need to figure out how to do that. I am covered in blood.
The blood in your head thrums and pounds. That pounding blood obscures who you are. An overwhelming loss of memory. How you ended up amidst these hellish flames is just as hidden. You have nothing in your skull, besides your name and a headache. But you are in danger. You will claw back the truth. But first you have to claw your way out of here.
My head.
Alright, let's see what we got. Comment. We have Druidcraft. Oh yeah, I have a mod that lets everyone have a deity. Hugs. Unarmed strike. Flying. Once per long rest. A ranged attack. Tinify. Magically reduce yourself to a fraction of your size once per short rest. You gain unlimited use of flight, increased armor class, and the ability to slip through small spaces, but spellcasting is blocked and damage rolls are reduced to a maximum of 1. That makes sense, you're tiny. Some different mods. Perform, which is a bard. Grime Be Gone, which cleans off all the blood. Let's do that. Piercing Shot, and ooh, what is Blood Pact Armory? By smearing your equipment in your lifeblood, you seamlessly weave the potent threads that bind your body together into the very fabric of the armory, transforming it into an extension of your very being. You are proficient with the weapon, and you can only have one at a time. Okay, I think that's part of the modified Dark Urge. I want to see what happens if we tinify. I'm so little! And now I should have unlimited use of flight. How far can I go? Oh, that's pretty far. Let's fly up here. I'm so tiny. And I sparkle. Look at that. Super cute. Can I fly, like, up on top of the table? No. Okay. But can I grab the stuff on the table anyway? Yep.
Pave my path with corpses. Build my castle with bones.
Okay, tiny little fairy. I mean, granted, she can be bigger. But it is really funny when she's in this tiny form to have the Dark Urge voice lines.
Dead. Good.
When we get to the tutorial chest, I'll be interested to see what clothing fits the fairy race. This is a body type 1. It's just, I think, a little modified. I'm so tiny. I love it. I'm so cute. I'm just gonna fly everywhere.
First step is the hardest.
Oh, I hear voices. Let's fly up there. Okay, I've got the wings on and tinify on, so I want to see how that affects the cutscene. We're gonna save.
We are trapped.
In case I break anything. Looks like the cutscenes still make me normal sized.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us. Please. Before they return. They return.
Who am I talking to? A man or a brain?
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
You sound afraid. Why?
The enemy. So many enemies.
I think you're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
We will gently prise the brain from the skull. Nat 20, nice.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat. Your fingers twitch with the desire to rip its tender, moist meat to shreds.
That is quite the evil look. So do we give in to the urge? Or do we fight it? I think for now we fight the urge. Spare the creature.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
What's at the helm?
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
What should I call you?
Us. We are us.
Alright, let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Oh my goodness, the brain is so much bigger than me. I'm so tiny. I'm gonna need to call the elevator for the brain. Look at my little sparkles. Sparkle, sparkle. My tiny legs move so quickly when I'm walking. Okay, we're gonna be triggering another cutscene. We'll see how the wings and the flight and the tininess all work.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh, my head. What is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Who are you? What made you think I was a thrall?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
We're turning into mind flayers? There must be something we can do!
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
Where's us? Oh, there it is. Okay. I am a tiny fatty. I will... Oh my goodness, I didn't think this through. My tininess affects my damage. Huh, okay. The ranged weapon attack still worked. I wonder if it's just the melee weapon that's reduced, which I think makes sense. What bonus actions do I have? I can use Bardic Inspiration. Let's give Lae'zel some inspiration. Yeah, that's definitely the right instrument for its fairy. Alright, us. Nice. Good job.
Time to strike.
Lae'zel is going to smash this one.
Let my name be known.
Ta-da! Wait for me, I've got little legs.
Victory awaits. My path be true.
Oh yeah. Huzzah!
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. Now, to the helm.
Okay, as a bard, spellcasting's pretty important. So I'm probably not going to spend too much of the game in tiny form, but it's so cute. I'm so little. Look at my little legs. I'm so tiny. Look at Lexi, she's so cute. I am slightly vision impaired, like literally as a human person. So the trick of holding the Alt key to highlight things definitely makes it easier for me to play. Particularly in dark areas, which this game has a lot of. Okay, I do think it's a little silly to be so tiny in this scenario, so I'm gonna dismiss the tiny.
Moving ahead.
Gauge machinery. I can make no sense of it. Damn it! You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
I will go look around for a way to get the thing open.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
Contraption.
The console appears dormant.
Look for a switch.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
Hit it.
Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Goodness, so surprising with my unarmed strike of 1. Although now I do have a weapon, so.
Locked down. It needs whatever fits in that socket.
Okay, I think it makes more sense on a day-to-day basis to have the wings hidden. Especially when I'm not flying. Just sort of fold them in. Okay, tutorial chest. Here we go. Lots of modded clothes.
Brain. This must fit the device near that pod.
Okay, we've got the cat backpack, which has some sandals that lets us do a lot of things. I have never really bothered reading all of the things. I just want to be able to summon cats. There is a huge selection of bard gear, and I'm really hoping that they'll fit. This seems to work. One thing I do like about Neil's Bang and Bard gear is that they scale with you, so unlike some of my other modded stuff, they're not super overpowered. They only give you a lot of the special abilities and traits and things after you've reached certain levels. So with this outfit, let's look for the bracelets. See, those are cute. I'll bet the cloaks are gonna clash with the wings, so let's just leave those off. Now that we have our outfit, we need to make it work with our color scheme. So I have a couple different sets of dyes in here. Let's do pink for the camp clothes. What does the pale pink look like on this one? Oh, that's such a pretty tone. Oh, we have to do that one. I like that one. I don't usually send Lae'zel any modded clothes because not much is made for Githyanki body types anyway. But what we will do is send her a certain pair of camp clothes. And then I like to dye all of her stuff the darker black just because I think it suits her. So we'll send her that dye that she can use for all of her outfits. She doesn't look so nice. So sleek. Now let's go free Shadowheart.
Have seen everything.
Oh, let's hide the wings. We don't need the wings out right now. Oh, whoops.
Dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
We should probably do something about her. Place your hand on the console. That's not going to go wrong at all.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Kinchar! Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
Well, we don't want that.
Oh, Geich!
The console appears dormant.
She looks so good. Insert the rune.
The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Let's take a closer look. Ooh, and let's change our dice.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Let's find out.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Will the pod to open?
brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Time to talk to the new girl.
At last. I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company is what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Did you feel what I felt just before? We were in each other's heads.
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not?
Alright, let's get going. I'm Lexi.
Shadowheart. One moment.
What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Let's go ahead and change up their appearance.
I crave blood.
I don't usually change too much because I want them to keep their their general personality and appearance. I don't change their face. I don't change their eye color. I just change like makeup, piercings, and haircut. I don't usually even change like hair color. I like to give Lae'zel more of a military appropriate look. Either a shorter haircut or having everything tied back, which tends to give her the appearance of a really cool butch lesbian. Not that cool. See, doesn't that just suit her face so well? Well, let's give her some piercings, because while that may not be military accurate, I think she looks cool in them. Ooh, skulls of her enemies. Tiny, tiny enemies. Let's do the skulls. Those are cool. And then for Shadowheart, again, I don't change a ton. I just make some tweaks that I think suit their personality and make them look a tiny bit cooler. So for her makeup, I tend to go a little bit darker. And sometimes I change it to this design. I just like it better. Then I give her some black lipstick. And then for her hair, one of my mods has a couple of different versions of Shadowheart's hair. This is the one without the hair physics. I like the one with the hair physics. I think it's Tab's Hair Salon. Yes, Tab's Hair Salon has a few different options that are basically just slightly modified versions of Shadowheart. So we've got this with the side bangs, this with no bangs, and then this with the softer bangs. I really like the softer bangs, so I usually put her in that. And then for piercings, sometimes I give her some delicate earrings. Something small. My favorite for her are called Ink Spot. Yeah. And they kind of look like a really subtle nod to Shar. There's no purple, but they remind me of Shar's symbol. And the mod that I have for her armor hides her Sharan roots because, let's be honest, a Sharan undercover assassin is not going to be decked out in Sharan insignia. But with that very subtle armor, I think this little nod to Shar's symbol in the earrings, and especially tying in with the hairpiece, I think that works really well together. Ooh, there's hand crossbows in here. Oh yeah, those are from Astarian's pack. Well, I think I will be taking those. Sorry, Astarian. And then send the light crossbow to Shadowheart. Because as we all know, her firebolt is crap. Okay, everyone's modded, spells are selected. Let's go.
Walk in death.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves! We will connect them.
Alright, team, let's go.
Fast. Got to write it.
Oh, I crit with a bonus action. Nice. There's actually someone in a my real tabletop session that did that recently. It was so cool. She plays a rogue, and she tried to attack with a short sword, and it like glanced off the enemy's golden fur, and like she just totally missed. But then she used her offhand attack with a dagger, and she did like over 30 damage in one hit. It was insane. It was so cool.
On my way.
Okay, Shadowheart, we need that cool-ass weapon. Yes! Good job.
No time left. I must reach the helm.
I'm coming for you.
One of my mods encourages better reactivity from the companions, which ends up meaning that a lot of the lines that Tav would normally say, or Dirge would normally say, are actually spoken by one of the, or more of the companions, which is why Lizelle is just now yelling about reaching the helm. That way we get more of the companion voice lines and some of the great voice acting, and there's just more variety in personality.
I'll give it a shot.
The helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
There she is! My beauty, my beloved.
You half expected your memories to return once you were free of the Mind Flayer ship. But your past is still an aching void. If you don't find a way to remove the tadpole burrowed in your brain soon, your future will be as blank as your past. Your head whispers vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking whatever wrought this tragedy upon you.
Alright, finally out of the Nautiloid tutorial, setting forth on our actual adventure. Okay, I think while I'm trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with me, I'm not going to drag any bystanders into that conversation. So we'll just leave Shadowheart to do her own thing. We have a drum! Now our Bard Fairy can have 2 instruments. Technically, with my mods, I actually have several instruments, but I don't generally use those. Just because they are designed to give musical proficiency in the specific instrument to whoever's currently wielding it. So I would like to give them all to companions and then have a little band. I don't have a name for this series yet, but thank you for watching Lexi the Dark Urge Fairy progress through the tutorial and character creation at least, and I hope to resume this story soon and have plenty of videos for you guys to watch and play along with me. Bye!